It is going to be 6 a.m. here in just a moment, and a live look outside this morning as wet weather hits northeast Ohio and could make for a tricky commute this morning.
Yeah, you can hear the rumbles of thunder. If you haven't already looked outside, we're seeing rain hit all across the area. Equal opportunity rain. So if you are watching us, most likely you are getting some of these storms.
Yeah, no question. Boy, we heard it in the newsroom, kind of jumped up in the air. And boy, we jumped up in the air watching those Cavs highlights. We're going to talk about that as well. What a win for them last night. But most important right now is what's happening outside.
Yeah, most of us not dealing with severe weather right now. That's the good news. It's just a general good thunderstorm. We've got good soaking rain. There's some embedded small hail within it as well. And in terms of watches, most of us are watch free as well, and we're warning free. However, down to the south, that's where the most instability is with the greatest chance of some of these storms to get a little squirrely is. They just had warmer conditions and not as much rain overnight. And so Holmes County is under a tornado watch that goes until 10. I would imagine over the next probably hour or so, that's really where your threat is. And then just down to the south of there, these are live tornado warnings right now that just included Mount Vernon. This is Knox County. This gets down into the east side of Columbus heading towards Zanesville. Everything's south right now, but if you track this out, does southern Holmes County, you get clipped by this area of rotation. I'll keep my eye on that here over the next 5 minutes or so. And this is the big complex of rain that we're dealing with. There are some quick spin-ups occurring within this line. But you get further to the north, the rest of us are dealing with just heavy rain. And there's a lot of lightning as well, stretching from Medina down towards Worcester, really coming down in Holmes County right now, especially south of Canton as well, as you get south of the Massillon area, down towards Dover, New Philly, picking up some very heavy rain. That will slide east across Stark County. We're starting to dry things up finally in Lorain County after some heavy rain, and in downtown Cleveland we're dealing with heavy rain as well. Frontal boundaries out towards the west. Once that front hits, which is just in a matter of hours, we turn sharply colder. There's so much cold air behind this, it's just gushing in. Remember, cold air is heavier than warm air. It's heavy and dense, so it sinks. And when it sinks, it gushes out. And that's exactly what we're going to have. We're going to go from 66 to the 30s in a matter of hours this morning, not just for us, but the entire eastern half of the country is going to see a big change. So speaking of big changes, as you're getting the kids ready to go this morning, markedly different between your morning off to school and your evening heading home. Dress them for January this morning. It's going to be a little weird out the door, but by afternoon, you'll be thanking me. We'll talk about that hour-by-hour forecast and what the weekend has in store coming up. Dave?
Yeah, what a day. All right, Matt, thank you. And as Matt tracks the weather on radar, our own Carmen Blackwell is out on the roads.
Yeah, Carmen, we've seen that rainy weather, and we know it can be tricky, just as tricky as snow for drivers if the rain gets heavy enough. So what are you seeing?
Well, as the morning goes on, we're seeing that the roads are super slick. We just got hit with a pretty big band of rainstorms here. So we're in Euclid. We're right at East 156. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see road conditions right now. They're slick. Again, we just got hit with a pretty heavy round of a shower just now. We're hopping onto I-90 right now. We're heading westbound back into downtown Cleveland, and we're seeing a few more cars on the roadways here. But, you know, when that rain really picks up, we saw a lot of folks slow down. We saw a lot of brake lights. So it kind of makes us a little bit nervous. Everybody got a little bit nervous around us just because it's a reminder to slow down, especially when that visibility gets really low and those rainstorms really start to pick up. We're also seeing a lot of lightning all around us too. So, we're hearing thunderstorms pass through as well. We're going to hear and see and feel a lot of that this morning. What's not so bad though, as we're heading into downtown westbound, is that we're not feeling the wind kind of drift the car a little bit as we do sometimes when these heavy storms really hit. Just rain for now, and lightning too, of course. So Matt's been warning us and trying to keep us ready and prepared all morning. You know, we should get ready for more showers throughout this morning. Guys, back to you.